Our next speaker is a man with a love of photography and old cars. Please welcome Michael Harrington.
Thank you. Good morning. I was just a little eager to come out there. First of all, thank you guys for showing up on a Saturday morning at school. When I was in school, going to school, Saturday morning, I got sent there because it's something I did during the week, not because I wanted to be there. So I give you guys props for wanting to be here. Before I get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Michael Harrington, and I'm an automotive journalist. And that's just another fancy way of saying I'm a photographer and a writer. And what I've done, before I get into what I've done, I want to give a little background on how I got to where I'm at. As a kid, I grew up in Chino, California, and I was always into cars. I loved old cars. My father, he was always working on other people's cars, so it kind of got me into it. And as I grew older, I took a course in college, and I took a photography class just for fun to see what it was like. I decided once I took that class to switch majors. I quit my graphic design courses, and I decided I was going to go into photography full time. And my wife thought I was nuts, because photographers don't make money, is what she said. And we'll find out if she's right or wrong. And as I got into it, I guess I was a freak among freaks. When you're going to art school with other artists, everyone's got their own individual personality. Everyone's different and unique. I was the weirdo, because I'd show up to school, with a leather jacket and boots and jeans and a big old pompadour, and all I did was take pictures of cars. I became known as the car guy. That's all they label. You're a car guy, aren't you? You look like Elvis. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm weird just like you guys. That's good. And so as I did that, I started getting better and better and better at what I did because I had a passion for it. And what I found that I really loved about photography was the light. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed. Have you ever noticed that during a sunset that the light has this magical quality? I'm sure some of you have probably sat and watched a sunset sometime during your life. There is a magic that in the waning hours, the twilight, the shadows get long, the light gets golden, and it almost seems if you can reach out, scoop it, and touch it, you can almost put it in your pocket. That's what I love about photography, is when I'm there and I'm finding this light that I like, I'm seeing something that no one else in the entire world has ever seen. At that very moment in time, it's my view. You could be standing right next to me, and you're not seeing what I'm seeing, because as I'm looking through the viewfinder, I'm getting, I guess, this thrill or this high, if you want to call it that, and it's a creativity. And as I'm taking the picture, you just kind of get deep in the groove and you follow it. And so that's what I love about photography. But, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I certainly don't want to hear myself say 1,000 words. So I brought a slideshow. I wanted to present to you guys some of my automotive journalism and the different magazines and the publications that I've worked for. I want to show you some of that right now. So if we could cue it up, please.
When you touch my hand and talk sweet talk, I got a knocking in my knees and a wobble in my walk. I'm trembling and I'm shaking. And when you take me in your arms to talk romance, my heart stops doing the St. Vitus dance, and I'm panting and I'm shaking. Early in the morning time, late in the middle of the night, whenever this chill comes over me, I want to hug you with all of my might. And I'm sweating and I'm shaking. A chill and a fever, so I've been told, makes your head spin around and your feet run cold. I got fever.
Okay, we can stop it there for a second. All right, that was some of the stuff that I've done to earn money for myself. I had the chance to do a lot of traveling, which I think, besides the whole creative aspect of photography, besides chasing the light and doing something creative, which I thoroughly enjoy, the great thing is I got to travel. I got to go to places that I've never been before. I got to see things. I got to meet people, crazy people, interesting people. The craziest people I've ever met were in Nevada. We were shooting an old ghost town. I brought my 11-year-old son with me. This guy, apparently there was 4 people that still lived in this town, came up, and he was not a kind person, to say it that way. He said that I was there to photograph the place so I could come back and blow it up. And I was like, my God, man, what do you think I am, Al-Qaeda? Yeah, I have a beard, but, I'm a dumb fat guy taking pictures. And, it was funny. And then 3 days later, we were up in Wendover at the old Enola Gay hangar. I was shooting a Corvette there. And some crazy guy in town came and pulled a gun on us and just did not like us outsiders being in his town. And it was, at the time I was mad, but now I look back and I was like, man, it's funny. It's crazy. In Pennsylvania, I was in a photo shoot, and the police pulled up with his lights on. I thought, oh man, we're in trouble. He wanted to get out and check out the car, and he stayed the entire photo shoot. And he gave us even, guys, I know a great place you can take the car. I'll unlock the gate, I'll let you onto this private land, and I'll take you out here and you can do this. We had our own police escort. That's a trip to me, because usually when I see red lights flashing, that's it. My hands get shaky and I get sweaty. I've never had a police escort. Another great thing is you get to see things. I got to see things. I went to this old place in the panhandle of Texas, and there was an old filling station that had shut down in the 70s. It had been open from the 20s to the 70s. They just shut the doors and walked away from it. The guy that owns the building let me in, and there was parts in boxes and boxes and boxes, stuff from the 20s, stuff from the 30s, stuff from the 40s, still sitting there. It was, wasps and rats and everything, but everything was there. And I got to see something like that. There's stuff out there that's on the side of the road, ghost towns, old buildings, cars. Everything has a story to tell. Have you ever thought, you look at an old building, I wonder what that was used for? Who used to live there? Who drove that old beat car? It has got 1,000 bullet holes in it. How did it get that way? Well, I got a project. A publisher approached me about doing a book about rusted old pickup trucks. And at first I was like, okay, that's kind of odd. No, we want you to drive around. We want you to take pictures of old rusted vehicles. They're in fields or in barns, they're on the side of a mountain. Wherever you find them, we want you to take pictures of it, and we want you to do a whole coffee table art book. I was game. It sounded like a lot of fun. So this next, that's not the next one. The next one is supposed to be of all the trucks that I've taken pictures of. And I don't know if we can cue that up. Maybe not. Hopefully okay, here we go. Don't get dizzy, guys. Okay, here we are, the ghost towns and the rusting relics. This is all the American landscape stuff. Take it away.
can have your V8, you can have your Lincoln too. Give me my old Lizzie, I know what she will do. My old Lizzie is cranky, but she's good as she can be. She may be 90, but she's all right with me. Play it. I tell the world I do. I'm satisfied that Lizzie loves her daddy too. Oh, Lizzie is evil. She don't know how to be sweet. But when she lays her racket, I declare it can't be beat. Good look it can be, but ugly is to the bone. I'll have my old Lizzie when your V8 is gone. My old Lizzie don't dip snuff, she don't run around.
All these trucks were in the book.
But give her alcohol, she sure will go to town.
This next black and white section is some of the cities I've gotten to visit and the strange people I've gotten to meet, like these guys here. Thank you, guys. That was some of my photography there that I've done. Like I said, the direction it took me is I really got to combine two things that I love. I love automobiles, and I loved taking photography. And I was fortunate, and am fortunate enough, I've been able to put them together. I've been able to make a career for myself. I've been able to get my work published almost all the time, which is, I find very fortunate. I do a lot of freelance still. I still work at this. Among other things, I'm taking college courses, doing other stuff that I like. And I guess that's probably what the whole thing is find something you love. I found something that I love, and I'm pursuing it. And as you can see, I've thrown myself into it. It's kind of like my identity, so to speak. It's who I am, and it's what I do. And I thank you guys. Hope you didn't fall asleep during the slide film. And thank you.